Hello, and welcome to Stuff Dave Likes, episode 37. As always, I'm Dave, and this is a show about stuff that I like. In today's episode, we'll be talking about one of the newest health initiatives from Eastern Idaho Public Health called Let's Go Idaho. More specifically, we'll be talking to all you parents and teachers out there about how you can have a positive influence on the health of children in your life. You know, when I was a kid growing up in the 80s in Southern California, I don't remember anything about health and wellness beyond what they taught us in health class, which wasn't much. Incidentally, they didn't teach us much about it on the East Coast either. See, my father had no problem taking a new job across the country, uprooting his family, and moving. This happened several times over the course of my childhood, and as the years went by and the stresses of making new friends in a new place piled on, I put on weight. I remember vividly being weighed in gym class in the fourth grade and being the heaviest kid in the class at just over 100 pounds. This led to being called fat every day of my life growing up, and by the time I was a senior in high school, I weighed about 300 pounds. Can you guess how many people, besides my mother, ever said anything supportive about my weight or offered to help? Well, you guessed it, zero. I'm sure this story sounds familiar to a lot of kids and adults who struggle with their weight. Frankly, we live in a world where childhood obesity has now run rampant, despite improved programs, information, and initiatives aimed at lowering obesity rates. Why is that? Well, to help answer that question and more, and also tell us about an exciting new 6-month program coming to Eastern Idaho, is the Eastern Idaho Public Health Director himself, Manny. Hi, Manny. Hi, Dave. It's great to be here. Well, it's good to have you. So tell me about this new health initiative. Well, Dave, it's called Let's Go Idaho. It's a program that's been in development for a couple years now, and it's a multi-county 6-month initiative focused not only on educating children, parents, and teachers about best practices when it comes to health and wellness, but also presents these things in a way that is fun, engaging, intuitive, and memorable. Wow, that sounds like a pretty big undertaking. You mentioned this program goes on for 6 months. What kind of activities will be planned to fill that entire time and stay relevant? That's a great question. So Let's Go Idaho has many things going on at once. First and foremost is awareness. We want to have as many people as possible know what we're doing, when we're doing it, and how they can participate. Marketing is a huge aspect of making this successful. Next, we have the General Education Initiative. We realize that not everyone will be able to attend some of the awesome events we have planned. So we have brochures, handouts, and even classroom materials so that everyone can be a part of this program. Lastly, and this is the big one, we have monthly events planned all through the 6-month period that are centered around having a great time with friends and family while learning about healthy habits that they can implement today. Incredible! Are you allowed to tell me about some of the events scheduled, or are they still under wraps? Well, we do have some information we can give you and your listeners without spoiling too much. Let's just say that for one event we are planning a water park in the park theme, and for another we've managed to book a pretty amazing band that I'm sure everyone is going to love. Beyond that, you'll just have to wait until more is announced. Sounds good. So Manny, just to wrap it up, are there any best practices or things that people can do now to start building healthier habits and making positive changes? There sure are, Dave. Something that can really help everyone is just taking a 10-minute walk after every meal. I realize that not everyone has the time to make it to the gym, but just taking a few minutes to move after eating makes a huge difference. It's also a great time to catch up with your family or even just decompress from the day. As far as eating habits go, a great way to make an impact is to make sure you chew your food 30 times before swallowing it. It's another simple trick that pays off huge in the long run. It helps with satiety, digestion, and food satisfaction. Wow, those are some great tips. I'm going to have to implement some of those in my own life. Well, Manny, thanks so much again for stopping by today. We hope to have you on again as Let's Go Idaho really gets moving. Thanks, Dave. I really appreciate it. So there you have it, folks. Be on the lookout for more information about Let's Go Idaho in the near future. And don't forget to visit their website at letsgoidaho.com, or you can call the Eastern Idaho Public Health Department for more information at 208-867-5309. And as always, stay classy, Idaho.